back to inform sources. The federal government alleges Tennessee's largest and only public historically black college and university has been underfunded by billions of dollars over the years. This week, the Department of Education and the Department of Agriculture sent a letter to Governor Lee saying the state has underfunded Tennessee State University by more than $2 billion in the last 30 years.
$2 billion over 30 years, targeted at the most popular black school in the state of Tennessee, where we are the mob, Memphis over Bull. Make sure you hit the like button if you are watching with us. I mean, imagine how many generations of people have been affected by this and been deprived of what they're owed. And it's always 30 years after, 25 years after. And they try to fix things by funding back and rolling an investigation. I can appreciate this being exposed, but why can't we fix things in their current state? So 25 years from now, somebody's being screwed over right now. How about we uncover this now? Right underneath our noses, right now, it's happening. Anyway, 30 years, $2 billion. Shortchanged a lot of people. And we know who goes to TSU. It's HBCU. So why? Why? Let's hear more.
You can't help but to believe it's based on race. And if you think about the time, how long this has gone on, there was a policy, a decision, something made years ago that was probably based on race.
The timing of this is obviously political. I mean, this is, we're overwhelmingly Republican state. Obviously, the federal government is run by Democrats at the moment. I mean, there's some politics, I'm sure, that is being played as part of this.
Wait. Let's not play the political game right now, bro. It's not about Republicans or Democrats. We're talking 30 years. Both of them play a part in this. It's about the people, man. Discrimination. The kids in college. We don't care who's in office. Stop blaming. See, they play the blame game. We get caught up in that, we'll never resolve anything. Let's stay on topic. Both of you did this. It's the responsibility of everyone that's a representative to make sure that this happens. I always want to play that little game. Don't let them play that game with you. Stay on par. Don't get derailed.
Now, Republicans say they don't expect to dish out more money to TSU since the state did its own analysis and came up with $250 million in additional funding 2 years ago. So by your estimation, does the state owe TSU a bundle of cash?
There's probably more that's owed, to be totally honest with you. But I want you to think about all of the graduates or the people who have attempted to go to Tennessee State University that could not go because the funding was being withheld. The way this thing works is there's a federal match. UT gets 75%, TSU gets 25%. And TSU has not been receiving that federal match. And it came out that TSU was owed, through the state's own accounting, $544 million, 3 years ago. That's what came out. Now the federal government, because there are other pots of money, are saying no, it's actually $2.1 billion. And that's unfair. And those people that had to live in dorms that were not adequate versus those that of UT or the University of Memphis, it's a drastic difference between what the campus looks like and what's available versus those that were receiving their actual allotment there.
That brother is on point. He's staying on topic. I mean, he's shooting straight forward. He's a straight shooter. Can I buy you a drink, brother? What's his name? I like the suit coat, by the way. But yeah, he doesn't care about the politics of it. Let's focus on the students and why this happened. And it could be happening right now. Like I said, right underneath our noses while we're being distracted by other things, because we got to do so much fixing from the last 30, 40 years that we can't worry about the current state now, though. Let's not get lost in that. It's a lot of things we need to focus on.
They were supposed to receive by law.
And to his point, the mistake has not been made at UT Knoxville, and the optics certainly aren't good. So how do you explain how the state's only black historically college may have been shorted $2 billion?
TSU's the only HBCU in
Public land grant, HBCU.
Yeah, public land grant. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how that was set up. The only thing I know about TSU...
do you think it's political?
Oh, yes, it's political. It's definitely political. Because here's the thing. If you go back, I know they ain't going to like hearing this, but it can be proven that my president, President Trump, gave more to the HBCUs in this country, including Tennessee State, than ever in history of any other president.
Okay, Trump did write a check to the HBCUs, but that has nothing to do with this. The point is the funds never got to TSU. That money never got to TSU, man. And Trump doesn't directly pay the schools. What is wrong with him? Why? See, they always want to play this little game about my president, the Republican President Trump. I don't care about that, bro. I never fight that battle. I'm for the people. It's what we do at the mob.
What this report is saying is that
I don't know where it went from.
wasn't distributed to the college.
Let me say this. I don't know where it went after he gave it. I don't have the.
Let's give Representative the last word here.
First of all, this predates President Trump. And secondly, the money comes to the state. The state has withheld the money that is owed to Tennessee State University. And it has created a drastic difference and gap between black children being educated formally post-education versus those of white children in the state of Tennessee.
And it sounds like there's going to be a big discussion when the legislature reconvenes.
Me and you might not live long enough to see this settled.
All right, coming up next, we'll have some final thoughts. Stay with us.
Just completely negative. Did you hear? You and I might not even live to see this happen. Like, nothing he said was, hey, let's figure out what really happened to get these kids the funds and find out the students that went there too, they're owed money too. Right? They're owed something. If I went there over the last 30 years and I was stripped of my experience due to somebody pocketing the money or hiding the money, you don't think the students that went there deserve anything over the last 30 years, where it's $2.5 billion actually? Coming short on, they want to make it about the political parties being represented right now. 30 years, man, is everybody. Like I said, many races, many cultures. There's only one truth. And that's all we focus on here at the mob, the one truth. If you do, subscribe to us. We'll keep you informed. Until then, we out.